So, two or three important things I would like to discuss before going to the in-depth subject of spiritual science. So, today's class is uh, Swadhyaya is a technical name, but today's concept we can call it as uh, daily study. Okay, daily how a human being or an individual should study uh, spiritual literature. That is the concept. Daily study, how to read books of the teaching, and as many people say, is really book reading helps an individual or not? Is what we'll discuss today. So, as far as I understood, or through all this journey, Tarkam Ceridanian stands for only one thing. All other things are secondary or tertiary priorities. For me, Tarkam Ceridanian means a educationalist who is more interested in holistic education of every individual. And out of all 150 books, for me, the most precious books were Education as Transformation Volume 1 and Education as Transformation Volume 2 were most authentic books from a teacher or a person who loved education so much. And I expect all the students of Swajaya to basically everyone should read those two books. Education as Transformation and both volumes are the heart of Tarkam teachings. That is what I could feel. Here, I would like to clarify two things. In all his books, especially Tarkam Ceridanian literature or ageless wisdom literature, learning and education are two different things. Learning happens for personality, education happens for all your higher bodies. So one should always strive to educate oneself. That is what is the conclusive statement of entire Tarkam's work. Everybody should educate themselves. Education is different, learning is different. Education has again two aspects: concrete education and abstract education. And in whole of Education as Transformation, two volumes, Tarkum always emphasizes abstract education to be taught in the schools, in the colleges, and every individual should uh, start with an alphabet of abstract education. So all these things are there in these two beautiful volumes. What is abstract education? How a teacher teaches you abstract teachings, and how your concrete mechanism should be active, so that both abstract and concrete makes your mind mechanism better efficient, so that you can have contact with all higher mechanisms and function naturally, is what is the broadest outline of Tarkam Ceridanian teachings. So in volume 2, Tarkam Ceridanian has written a beautiful concept called daily study. Okay, these three things I would like to discuss today are in Education as Transformation Volume 2. He discussed the entire chapter called daily study. So I want all you people to listen to this chapter, and after this read these things once or twice before the next class. And in another book called Self Actualization and Self Mastery, in part 3, he wrote a chapter called How to Read. How to Read is a beautiful chapter written by Tarkam Sardanian in the book Self Actualization and Self Mastery. And in the third book, The Art of Teaching by Tarkam Sardanian, he wrote a chapter on books of the teaching. So once every student can really get a glimpse of these three chapters, then you will understand, or you will strive what to do, how to read, how to study is the basic thing, because all the vocabulary used in all these books, you people should get a common understanding about these words used in the entire Tarkam Strategian books literature. So I would like to start, and other than that, I'll show you some other things which makes life more interesting. So this is the book. Uh, this is the book. Either nakem ever కనపడతలేదు నేను కూడా కనపడతలేను
మీకెందుకు సార్ మీ
మీకు
క్యామ్ ఆన్లో ఉంది సార్
నా కెమెరా ఆన్ ఉంది మీకు కనపడుతుందా
అయ్యా కనబడుతుంది సార్
Okay, this is the book. Don't try to read the entire book in 1 hour and say that I have completed this book. That is the only mistake everybody does. These books have to be read slowly. Take your time. There is no hurry. You don't have to prove to others that you are a great reader. Just you have to know yourselves. That is the bottom line. So in this book, here 25th chapter, page number 355. Okay, daily study. Okay, so study is not only reading but also a keen, focused and concentrated observation to learn and to understand the subject matter of the study. So once you sit and start reading a topic, first know these things. Once you talk to yourself, you should know why you have chosen a certain topic or a certain book. So the subject matter of the study must be very focused, orderly, and with clarity. You should pick up a subject. If you say, I want to know about other worlds, take up other worlds. What made you to study it, and what is stopping you to regularly study it? Both the things you should initially have clarity in your mind before taking up a concept. What happens is, you listen some concept which is a super duper hit in some YouTube. You get excited. You take up the topic. You read for 5 minutes. Again, put down that book and forget. That is not daily study. If you really decide a topic, if you decide a topic like meditation, daily, what made you interest, and are you reading in a focused way, in an observant way? Why this author has written about meditation like this? Why other people have written about meditation like this? All things will be reflected. The state of your mind, how focused you are, how keen you are to understand that particular concept, or how observant are you to understand that particular concept. All these things are, you need to become more conscious of yourself. What is happening in your mind? Are you really focused, or someone is talking about that concept, that is why you want to read? You read because of some other person made you interested in the topic, then that reading won't persist for a long time. That is why sit, give a pause to your daily routine, and prioritize which subjects you want to initially read, and question yourself, do you really I have the amount of focus to complete this subject, or am I interested in the subject, or some other person has made me interest in the subject, is what one should sit and contemplate on. The second, the motive behind the subject matter. Your intention, your motive must be so clear. You want to understand spiritual science. That is the final bottom line. You want to read books because you want to read to others, and you want to show off to others that you read all books. Will never give you a grasp of the subject clearly. And the third, the effect of the subject matter on you and others. These three things, if you can really understand, you can study regularly and persistently. In study, we learn things. We increase the treasury of our knowledge and information. We must learn what to study, why to study, and how to study. So these are the basic points. Before you attending a Swajaya yoga classes, we people should know why are we studying these books, how are we studying these books, and what do we by studying all these books. uh, if you don't know the answers for these questions, it makes no sense or no meaning in reading all these books. We must study these books, objects, events, or writings, which will, first point, help us to improve our specialization or career, which will help us to begin a new career or build a new specialization. See, you want to have a new beginning, then Swajaya can do something for you. Help us in our survival and our joy of living. If these books don't help you in increasing your joy, if these books help you to become more sad, then you should leave Swajaya Yoga. That is what I feel. 3. Answer our questions related to our future life. If these books, if this subject, if these meditations, if these creative visualizations, if these creative imaginations, if all these books will not make your future life better, then these books reading or daily study is of no use. Help us to help others. See, after all these things comes help us to help others. You know by studying all these books how you can help yourself. Then at a given moment you can help others. Next, reveal the marvels of nature and its laws. See how beautiful all these daily study advantages and objectives are. Actually, as our consciousness expands, our interest in study expands. Actually, I think this one statement is enough if for all students to read daily and regularly. As our consciousness expands, our interest in study expands. First, we are interested in one subject. Then the number of subject increases. Then we categorize the subjects of study into 7 main divisions with many subdivisions. Eventually, we start to pursue the relationship of all subjects as our sense of synthesis develops. These divisions are given to us as politics, education, communication, arts, science, religion, and economics, each of them having many subdivisions. People talk about the word diet, by which they mean to eat the right food, to balance their health, to eliminate unnecessary weight, to cure themselves of diseases, or to adapt themselves to certain conditions. But gradually, people are going to realize the necessity of emotional and mental diet. It is very important to know physically what to eat, how to eat, when to eat, because it keeps our temple healthy and beautiful. But emotional relationships must also be controlled by a certain diet. Every emotional relationship is like eating food or feeding other people. One must use his mind in order to know what kind of emotions he must use and why and how to use them. If you do not use discrimination in regard to those with whom you become involved, you may create problems in your emotional nature. Sexual relationships are also emotional relations. If you involve yourself with rotten or polluted or wrong food, it may ruin not only your physical health but also your social life. See how beautiful all these things are. Study, whether it is done through reading or observing, creates a chemistry in us, such just as the various foods we eat do. The food we eat either creates balance in the physical chemistry or it upsets it, causing certain problems. The same thing happens when we do not have a balanced emotional, mental, and spiritual diet. Why you should read, how you should read, what you should read. keep these things in your point. What all you are reading, what all you are listening, if it is expanding your consciousness, then it's well and good. If the reading has a balanced approach, it is good for your spiritual bodies. If it is good for mental bodies, emotional bodies, and physical bodies, then read. Otherwise, don't read. Now you take up, you discriminate. Nothing in this life happens because of chance. Everything happens because of choice. That choice is what Tarkam calls it as discrimination. Now you choose. You choose to read regularly, to study daily study, or irregular study. Your choice makes it happen. Study creates a chemistry for your mental and spiritual bodies. See how beautiful it is. And you are all people are comfortable with your old chemistry, then why do you blame the external world? Because nothing external will change your internal chemistry. External chemistry it is as it is. You should change your internal chemistry by studying daily or meditating daily or attending worthful classes. Study creates a chemistry for your mental and spiritual bodies. If you do not have a good diet of study, you may create mental and spiritual problems for yourself. And the books are there which gives you more light, more wisdom, more practicality. Other than that, you are only interested in the most non-essential. And everybody has a stupid idea I could observe is, you think you are more important than the book. That is why people don't read. I have seen so many people. They think that uh, they have a free will. They can pick the book and read at any given time. That is not at all scientific reading. A reader is a scientific reader if you really understand that what is happening in his mind is not he will listen to. He has a priority, says the book is more important than me. Then and only then you will read regularly. And I have given 10 to 14 years of time. I see all people getting the book Xerox, or they buy the books, they fight and get the book, they keep it in the house. After 1 year, if you ask, did you study any book? They'll give you 1,001 excuses. All past 5 years, people were fighting with me. Booksu, booksu, booksu. And now, by hook or crook, everybody has some books. But have you ever asked yourself, did you read daily? And the answer comes definitely as a no. Why? Because something, a different mechanism inside you, you give every given moment one beautiful excuse to skip reading. And you never give a solid reason why you should cultivate a daily study curriculum or why you should daily study. I have never seen any human being interested in. All people are interested in, sir, how to form an organization, how to fight with others, how to compete with others, how we should become ultimate, how people should recognize us. All these are the things the students are interested in. That makes these books look so small. And you think you people are so big, but the reverse is right. The books always are very big, and the human beings who are not interested in this daily study are so small. Remember this point. Study creates a chemistry for your mental and spiritual bodies. If you do not have a good diet of study, you may create mental and spiritual problems for yourself. Certain teenagers eat nothing but hot dogs, potato chips, chocolate, soft drinks. They do this month after month, and slowly the symptoms of imbalance show themselves. Similarly, people read books and magazines that do not provide them with the needed chemical elements, and they mentally, spiritually suffer. And finally, they blame the fellow who started the teaching because he is one of the biggest scapegoat. If you can't, you completed victimizing everybody, and there is no one to victimize. Victimize the fellow who introduced books to you without reading, without meditation, without not going inside. Other than these three priorities, you do all other things. And these are the objectives of a human being who worked as a school teacher, who meditated for 50 years, who wrote for every youth of this world. And the youth are so busy in creating a competitive environment. I have never seen any individual studying for himself for a given time period. You read it out for others. I really don't know why. What you can't understand, what you can't digest, what you can't practice in your life, Tarkam or any real teacher will never say, without doing in your life, do it for others. Never. And all my students, they talk of Jesus Christ proverbs. And again, after 2 days, they will fall into depression and confusion. I really don't know. They talk about Christ books. They talk about Tarkam in a big way. And every 2-3 months, they fall into depression, confusion. And they blame on the full moon days. They never read the full moon books properly. అరే ఫుల్ మూన్ డేస్ ఇట్లా అవుతుంది రవి, మరి నెగిటివ్ అవుతుంది అని చదివినప్పుడు పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది కూడా చదవాలి. అది ఎందుకు మాట్లాడరో నాకు అర్థమే కాదు. ఓకే, లిసన్ ప్రాపర్లీ. Study has 9 gears. Studying superficially. Observe yourself today after this class. If you are studying superficially, how to make it naturally or more penetrative study, you should find out. I cannot find it for you. Studying has 9 gears. 1, studying superficially. Studying to try to understand. You pick up a book, pick up a chapter, okay, pick up a paragraph, you read it and close your eyes and think, what did I understand by choosing this book, this particular chapter? What is this particular paragraph means to me? It will hardly take, after reading, 5 to 10 seconds for yourself to get the essence of that particular paragraph. And you understand that particular paragraph and essence, that essence will remain in your mental body, in your consciousness permanently. You read as if you are reading a chartered accountant book. You read as if you are reading a English book. You read every spiritual book as a novel. You read every spiritual book as a textbook of your concrete science. That is why you won't go into the penetrative level of reading. That is why people hate reading, because they read on the surface. And reading is not about the surface reading. Study has 9 gears. Studying superficially, studying to try to understand. Keep this point in your mind. Third, fighting with the subject. కుస్తీ పడుతూ ఉంటారు, చెప్పినప్పుడు ఇల్లరు. ఏదైనా క్లాస్లో ఈ వర్డ్స్కి మీనింగ్ చెప్తాను అంటే ఆ క్లాస్ వద్దు, థర్డ్ క్లాస్ చెప్పాలి. ఎవ్రీ క్లాస్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ లిజనర్స్ వాంట్స్ adventure. Every class needs, you want to be adventurous. Nobody asks a question about, sir, can you take a topic on daily study? No. Sir, third eye, sir, astral travel, sir, any adventurous thing. See, the third thing is very important, fighting with the subject. You fight with you take up a topic, you fight with the topic, uh, it never goes into your mind, you stop reading. That is what reflects in your relationship. You make a friendship with a guy, you fight with that guy, and you never talk to him. Next time you go and do friendship with other guy, again after 2 years you fight with him, again end of the story. That is what life has become, a vicious pattern. Either you fight with yourself, either you fight with others, or fight with the book. Have you ever chosen a moment where your mind was not turbulent, it was very much calm? Have you ever opened a book and studied? Once you are calm, you start doing other things. And once you are turbulent, you take up a book, you fight with that particular chapter and put a comment, this is useless book. See how many shades are there in your reading habits. Now, how to make that reading habit holistic by daily study. Daily study will increase your persistence, it will increase your commitment towards yourself. Next, concentrated and focused study. You don't have to do concentrated exercises if you daily study. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పిన స్టేట్మెంట్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే డివైడ్ చేస్తారు. సార్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేయొద్దన్నాడు. ఇప్పుడు మీరు డైలీ కనుక డైలీ స్టడీ చేస్తే ఇట్ విల్ ఆటోమేటికలీ బిల్డ్ యువర్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్. అగైన్ సెపరేట్లీ యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు డూ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఎక్సర్సైజెస్. Concentrated and focused study. Next, study identified with the author. See, with 10 years of experience, now how many people are there? Study identified with the author. మేము టార్కం బుక్లు చదువుతాం, మేము వేరే బుక్లు చదవాలి. ఏ బుక్లు అయితే వాస్తవాలు ఉంటాయో ఆ బుక్లు చదవాలి. టార్కం బుక్స్లోనే నేను చూపెడతా, రీడ్ ఆల్ పీపుల్ అని రాశాడు. ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ గో త్రూ ఆల్ టార్కమ్ లిటరేచర్, Tarkam never said only read my books. He said read any book which has these principles and which will teach you these laws and which will make you grow. Read any book, not only my book. Read any book which are naturally, authentically written. He never said only read my book. And the fifth point, study identified with the author. Sir, నేను ఒక్క టార్కం బుక్లే చదువుతాను సార్, వేరే బుక్లు చదవను. అది నాకెందుకు చెప్తాను, టార్కంకి చెప్పు. సార్ నేను వెయినీ డేర్ బుక్లు ఒక్కటే చదువుతాను సార్, వేరే బుక్ చదవను. నాకెందుకు చెప్తున్నారు, వెయినీ డేర్ చెప్పండి. అది ఇక్కడ స్వాధ్యాయాలు అన్ని బుక్కులు గురించి చర్చించుకోబడతాయి. నెక్స్ట్, స్టడీ సీయింగ్ ద ఆథర్స్ మోటివ్. The author is excellent fellow. He can read 500 books, 500 more books. Seventh, institutional study, contacting the sources of inspiration. This is what Swadhyaya is all about. This is what daily study is all about. Institutional study. Have anybody heard about this word institutional study?
No.
Then read this chapter 10 times. 8th, study with synthesis. It takes 50 years to cultivate this. 9th, revelation. These are all the 9 gears of study. All these 9 gears, you should know which gear is operating inside you while reading a book. Through study, we assimilate the things we are reading or observing. Through study, we remember events, dates, formulas, and various information. Through study, we use our knowledge and information for our creative labor or in our career or relationships. Through study, we solve problems. Through study, we meet needs. Through study, we answer questions. Through study, we increase our true beingness. These are advantages of daily study. And I want all you students to prepare a Swadhyaya objective brochure what Swajaya is, what we are doing. From this material, I want all you people to prepare a brochure for me. Okay, these are all the 7 points. Now,
Yes, sir.
how to study. Okay, how to study, what is needed for good study is what will complete. And again, we have another concept. How to study. First, you must have a plan, a daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly plan. You must choose your objects of study on 4 levels. You must also realize that many things are written to cover the facts, to distort reality, and to exploit you. If you can study an object such as an ant, study its form, its color, its mechanism, its habits, and so on. If you are studying a man, study his body, his visions, his walk, his vices, his speech, his virtues, his dress, his abilities, his relationships, his potentials, his past, his service, and so on and on. That is how your mental gears will get tuned to study authentically. Now he wrote in detail about these points. What is needed for good study? Concentration is the first necessity. Every day, if you read for 15 minutes, other than those paragraphs, there should be nothing in your burra. Okay? After 1 week, increase that 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Those 20 minutes, other than these 3 paragraphs, nothing should happen here. After 1 more week, increase it to 25 minutes. Those 25 minutes, other than that 6 paragraphs, nothing should run here. After 2 months, increasing it to 30 minutes. After 1 year, increasing it to 45 minutes. After 5 years, increasing it to 1 hour. After 20 years, increase it to 3 hours. That is how one should grow. And all you people, what I can see in your faces, at a given moment, if you see a book, you want that book to be here. Even that will happen through practice. If for 200 years, if you read consistently, persistently, you'll get into a moment where you see the book and the entire book will be in your mind. But it needs practice. It needs willpower. It needs some self-love. It needs some discipline. It needs some alignment. It needs some sacrifices. If you can remove all your stupid talk time daily you're having in your mobile phones if you can cut it for half an hour, then you can start today itself, daily study. Second, do not go forward in your study if things are not clear or if the words you are reading are not clear to you. The best way to hate what you are studying is to accumulate moments in which you do not understand certain words or expressions. And we supply the glossary also, still people, they don't even refer glossary. Huge book, glossary, and a CD is there. Any ununderstood word you come across in Tarkam literature, you can refer that glossary. Misunderstood or not understood words or expressions form a gang and attack the interest you have in the subject. See, I was reading Thought and Glory of Thinking so many times because not to understand that book, because in 5 readings I understood the book. Again, I am reading that book because in the whole world, misunderstandings are more than understandings. In a telephone conversation, I say something, the other person misunderstands me. What I can do? And all people have become so mechanically optimistic. Whatever we say, they say that everything is good, sir, everything is fine, sir. Nothing is fine, because all misunderstandings there are because of short circuit brain or short circuited mind. And in the presence of misunderstandings and gaps, how can there be understanding? That is what you should start doing. Why are you, every individual, misunderstanding your own reading, your own life? If you can stop misunderstanding, then what remains is understanding. Why that mechanical misunderstanding faces? Why that mechanical misunderstanding about any given topic? Why a misunderstanding approach towards everything? Why can't you become a bit conscious? What is understanding? Absence of misunderstanding is understanding. Now, what is misunderstanding? Absence of understanding or presence of understanding?
Absence of understanding.
Absence of understanding is misunderstanding. No, why you couldn't understand everything? When will you understand anything? Once you understand your misunderstandings. Why you miss the understanding? That is what you need to contemplate on. That is what the seed thought of meditation is. Every given moment, every individual misunderstanding. That is misunderstanding. How you miss a train, how you miss a bus, that is how every time you miss an understanding. That is why there are loads of misunderstanding about every aspect. And other people tell you something and they run your life because you are hell of a misunderstanding entity. And book reading makes you a beautiful entity out of you, and you will become an entity of understanding. You must study with the spine erect. Okay. You must not study in insufficient light or in the in which there is too bright. Okay. Prashanti, నీకన్నా bright light ఎక్కువ ఉంది. You must not study after a serious accident, such as a fall or car accident, until you had had adequate rest. And I have seen so many people, they pick up books once they are depressed and they have 1 or 2 fever, they open the books. Yeah? You know, in 1 or 2 degree temperature, how will be your brain status? Yeah? And they say next time, are you reading regularly? Sir, I was reading very regularly, sir, and a problem came and I stopped, and again I couldn't take up a book. See, 2 days you get fever. 3rd day you are well. Is anybody stopping you from opening the book, or your fever is stopping you from opening the book? And you blame fever. You blame accident. And again they come out and say, Mahatma Gandhi ji జైల్లో కూడా బుక్ చదివేటోడంట. ఆయనను పొగుడుతున్నారా మిమ్మల్ని తిట్టుకుంటున్నారా నాకు అర్థమే కాదు. 9th, you must not study if you are emotionally upset. ఇది నేను చదివినా అనుకో, సార్ మేము ఎప్పుడు ఇమోషనల్ అప్సెట్ సార్ అనే మేము చదవం సార్ అంటాం. ఇంకెన్ని జన్మలు ఇమోషనల్ అప్సెట్? సైన్స్ ఆఫ్ బికమింగ్ వన్ సెల్ఫ్ లో స్టార్మీ ఇమోషన్స్ అన్ని చదివి అన్ని చెప్పి 10 సంవత్సరాలు అయినా ఇంకా పీపుల్ సే సార్ ఐఎమ్ ఇమోషనల్ అప్సెట్. When will you intuitionally onset? You tell me. I can understand your emotional upsets. When will you be intuitionally onset? You tell me. For that, daily study is the only remedy. Okay, again a daily study. He wrote nearly 23 points. If I go on read these 23 points, I think Prashanti will beat me. You want, I'll read.
Yes,
Huh?
sir. Yes, sir.
Third important point. Start from basics, fundamentals. And I see people opening, understanding secret doctrine directly and saying, I understood secret doctrine. First, start with talks on Agni. Start with booklets. Start with vision series. Then go to higher books. And have a glossary copy with you. If you have a long range program to read all these books. Swajaya is about basics, fundamentals. Do not jump into studies for which you are not ready. వాడు ఎవడో ఎక్కడో క్లాసులు తీసుకుంటున్నాడు, వీనికి తొందర, వీడేదో చేయాలి, గడిబిడి 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 చేసుకుంటారు. Fourthly, be regular in your study. Have a plan and proceed according to your plan. You don't have to follow my plan. I don't have any plan for you people. I have a plan for what to speak, how much to speak, and how to get out of here. That is my only plan. Don't make my plans your plans. Have your own plan. I am not interested in seeing you people after 5 years. I want a new batch. I want to teach all these things to new people. Fifth, do not eat while studying. This is too much of a concept. People will argue if I read these things before everybody. Sixth, do not study without breaks. I have seen so many people. They'll be preparing for exams, like they keep all Tarkam books, open books, reading everything at a given moment of time. As if they are doing, someone is going to give them a certification of PhD. In 6 paragraphs you should read, take 3 minutes break, think of it, again 6 paragraphs, again 1 chapter, again essence. After half an hour, a small break, go prepare some tea for yourself, drink tea, come back, start reading where you have left for half an hour, 1 hour of reading, take a break, listen to music. This is how you should make yourself more natural. You read as if you are going to write an exam and Tarkam is going to give you a certification, and you are going to get a certification and you are going to get a job. And after that, what? So as you think, let us imagine Tarkam gave you certificate. Next what? He came to your life, he came to your home, bell gotti మీ ఇంటికి వచ్చి మీ అందరికి సర్టిఫికేట్ ఇచ్చింది, దాన్ని విజువలైజ్ చేసుకుందాం. Okay, you people got passed. Okay, now next what? Tell me. A person who got certified by Tarkam, will he be in a position to solve his problems or cry depressed or confused in his life? Tell me. This possibility you will never think. एक मिनट के लिए समझो, आप सब लोगों को टार्कम सेरेमनी ने आके सर्टिफिकेट दे दिया, बाद में क्या होगा बोलो? उसको रोना पड़ेगा क्या? इन लोगों को मैं सर्टिफिकेट दिया क्या रे भाई? You are eligible for that certificate. It should happen, or inside you get a confidence that now I will face my life problems without fear. You want that understanding to lead your life, or something, some applauses, some babysitting, some certifications, some artificial flatteries? These things, If they are present in the teaching, that is not teaching. During a break, you may do the following exercises. Bend over, hold your knees, lie on your back and relax. Lie on your back with your feet high on the wall. You may also play music, plant, cut wood or rest. Never study under fluorescent lights. When it is very cold, wear a hat while you study. Never study while listening to music. You may hypnotize yourself. Never study when there are toxic odors or odors present. Try not to relate your study period to unpleasant experiences. This is what I could see. All external events, all disturbing events will be happening in your life. You pick up a book, while reading, you relate this subject with what are all horrifying things happening in your life, and you become 200% more depressed. When you study, try to assimilate thoroughly one chapter, summarize it in writing, and then go to the next chapter. 14. The best way to study a book is to use it to teach others. This is first one, sir. 15th, before you study, find out about the background of the author if possible. 16th, try to study opposite viewpoints. If you are studying politics or history, do not be afraid of controversial subjects. 17th, most people are interested in a book because of its subject matter. This is not enough. Besides knowing what is written in a book, you must also try to find out why the book was written. Try to find out if the author is copying, imitating, or stealing, or if he is original. 19th, find out if the author believes what he wrote. 20, avoid those authors who are fanatic, one-sided, self-centered, self-interested, immoral, separative, or dishonest, who speak against great images or heroes, who write for their own ego, who do not know what they are talking about. Simply you can avoid. 21, avoid authors who are partial. 22, avoid authors who do not think. 23, do not practice speed reading or hypnotic methods to improve your studying. If you follow these instructions about studying, you will save time, money, and energy, and equip yourself with knowledge and wisdom. Study is not only a detailed analysis, but also a comprehensive synthesis. This is not from Tarkam books. This is from Paulo Coelho. Okay? Even don't again come and say, this is an article published in Paulo Coelho's website. This is about book study, benefits of reading books. Again, don't compare, sir, Tarkam ila chepadu, Jaggi Vasudev bookle chadavadannadu. Ivanni question discussion dama kharab cheyakudi. Literature, information, if you believe, study. If you don't believe, it's up to you. Okay? This is written in Paulo Coelho's website. Book reading helps you to have a good night's sleep. And all people will say, sir, నాకు నిద్ర పడతలేదు అంటే అరే బుక్ చదవండి అట్లా బుక్ చదవరు అట్లా నిద్రపోరు. The first advantage of book reading helps you to have a good night's sleep. See, second, there are some stories in the books you miss on television. some of your favorite shows and movies on television are from a book. And I want to show you that this is what the technical background. Books are the dumbbells of your cognitive system. Researchers have shown that reading books that have a resilient description leave an impression on your cognitive system of your brain, amplifying the connections within the parts of your brain that are responsible for the reception of language. This affects for some days. So all you have to keep reading every day and cultivate the benefits. Reading makes your brain to work optimistically as you analyze perspectives and possibilities. This is what Swajaya is all about. Please don't bring negative questions to me. I believe this. Books are the dumbbells of your cognitive system. And Swajaya wants to develop your cognitive system into a natural state. That is why we are functioning as Swajaya Yoga. Fifthly, durability of experience. Now for every class, I have to prepare so much. Now I can quote 4 to 5 authors. Not only Tarkam, I can quote 4 to 5 authors. Send all these people. And this article is not only written for me, it is written for everybody.
Sure, sir.
If I could search and get this, why don't you people do daily about regarding this? Why do you sit idle? Become a Swajaya yogi. Why do you become a troublemaker or a troubleshooter? You come to Swajaya to learn about Swajaya. Other than that, why all other things are happening? Because you people don't study. You come to secretariat without any work. Will they allow you into the secretariat?
No, sir.
How do you expect, if people are not interested in book reading, how do you expect me to allow you to my classes or continue my classes? You go to a hospital without any rogam?
Oh.
Without rogam, you go to hospitals. Or with rogam, you go to hospitals.
With Rogam, we are going to hospital.
Then, and the remedy is there, prescription is there, study books is the only prescription. Now, this is, okay, this is the third book, self-actualization and self-mastery. Chapter 26, page number 351, how to read. See, consideration on the path, how to read. That is what I say. Tarkam never writes about anything at one place. Okay? He puts everything. ఇట్లా చల్లుతాడు అనమాట బుక్స్లలో. ఆ 150 బుక్స్ లో ఎక్కడెక్కడ చల్లాడో ఆ చల్లినవన్నీ ఒక దగ్గర తీసుకొచ్చి మనము దాన్ని కంపైల్ చేసుకొని, ఆ కంపైలేషన్ తో చదివిన తర్వాత క్రియేటివ్గా అర్థం చేసుకొని దాన్ని ఎట్లా అప్లై చేయాలా అని ఆలోచించుకొని తర్వాత దాని మీద ధ్యానం చేసి దాని తర్వాత వచ్చిన ఆ రిజల్ట్స్ ని, ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ని డాక్యుమెంట్ చేసుకొని, then we should see how life is growing or what is happening. And in no topic he has given in one book. Any topic. 150 books la akkada chestadu. Why? Because he know how Badakam students will be. He wants them to come out of that laziness, search, compilation, And compilation makes your mind more orderly. You see how beautiful that compilation part of meditation is. Now take it up as a challenge. How to study, how to read from all other scientists. Go search, compile it, make it a booklet. That booklet will be a condensed energy. Now take all Tarkam books. In all books where he has written about intuition, compile it. About observation, world is so vast. There are so many beautiful souls written so much, and we don't have time to compile. And this mind is disorderly state. To put the mind in order, today I have only two things. One is daily study, and second thing is compilation. Do you think overnight I reached all these things?
No, sir.
And compilation works miracles. Compilation makes your mind orderly. And once your mind has be in order, nothing can disturb that order. And that is what Swajaya is all about. How to read? Reading is the greatest pleasure of a human being. Through reading, you increase knowledge, you expand your consciousness, and in the meantime, you broadcast the things that you are reading. It is very important to know how to read. Many people are hurting themselves and causing mental confusion, eye strain, brain troubles, and different things because they do not know how to read. You take reading too lightly. You do not think reading is a science, is an art. You do not think about it, but it is. Most of our children, especially the children, and of course adults also, do not know how to read. When I get through with this lecture, you will see that there are so many points involved in the reading process. You want, or should I stop?
Yeah, Chapan, sir.
Lightning. When reading, you must have good light, not too much. Second thing, how to sit. The second thing to watch for in reading is position. I saw many people lying on their back and reading or sitting crookedly. The best position for reading is that your spine must be erect. Thirdly, understanding the text, what you are reading. When to read. When are you not going to read? People do not know when to read. Maybe you will be surprised to ask me, is there a time for reading? Can we not read any time we want? No, you should not. If you want to be healthy, if you want to digest the intellectual food you are eating, you are going to obey certain scientific facts. The first rule is this: when you eat food, do not read. Read after 2 hours. Sex and serious reading, they never go hand in hand. Physical conditions. Never read after you drink alcohol and drugs. Emotional conditions. Do not read when you are upset, angry, or full of hate. Only once you are absent of these three things, start reading. Mental conditions. Do not read anything for more than half an hour unless you take 5 minutes rest. Inspiration. When you are reading, try to have a notebook in your hand so that you can write down certain things that you love in that book and also write your opinion below it. Unclean books. You made all my books unclean. What to read? What you read is very important. You must read if you want to be healthy. Read spiritual books which will give you beauty, goodness, joy, freedom, striving, righteousness, sacrificial service. If you are students of Ageless Wisdom, read Blavatsky, William Q. Judge, Colonel Olcott, all of Alice Bailey books, Helena Rorschach, which are the Agni Yoga books, and also Nicholas Rorschach. They are masterpieces. Read also Master Hilarian's books, which are fantastic. But Master Hilarian books you must read from the temple of the people. Read the Upanishads, Patanjali, Vishnu Purana, Mahayana Buddhism, especially the Lotus Sutra and related books, the New Testament, and other books that elevate and inspire you. Don't come to say, sir, Tarkam వేరే వాళ్ళని చదవద్దు అని చెప్పారు అని చెప్తారు. ఈ పారాగ్రాఫ్ చదివితే మీకే అర్థమైపోతుంది తార్కం వేరే బుక్ చదవమన్నా చదవద్దా. అర్థమైందా?